I'm State Representative Dan Winslow. Welcome to the State House. I'm going to just show you where I work and some of what we do. Come on in.
It's funny, they often gross us down.
Hey, how are you?
Yeah.
My staffer, Joanne Muty.
Yep. Hi.
And my intern,
Kevin.
Yes.
And we'll probably have another.
No, we haven't. We have other folks coming in. And this is the office. It's plush but not overly ostentatious. Well, we had last week we had a sit-in here with about 27 students from Harvard, Tufts, and Northeastern, together with Jobs with Justice, and they came to sit in to demand that I withdraw the proposed management rights bill. They're going to come back, and we have chocolate milk and Oreo cookies and chocolate chips. And I want to have a conversation with them, because I think it's important to have a conversation with people. I'm not going to withdraw the bill, but I have a better idea. Why don't we debate the bill? I wish you well in your quest to fairly debate the issues that would serve all of us well to arrive at real solutions. You know, and
it's a nice letter.
But that's what people want.
Yeah.
People don't want gridlock in government. They just want people to come together and to solve things. So we'll send a note back thanking that person. Well, we just came from the floor of the House chamber. The Republican leadership had offered a proposal to set a minimum floor for local aid so that towns would be able to set their budgets based on at least a minimum assurance of local aid. Unfortunately, there was an objection by the Democratic leadership, and the matter won't come to a vote. The leader's office, Brad Jones from Reading, is the Republican leader. In this office, you've got Senator Brown and Ronald Reagan. In all of the other offices, you'll see DeVal Patrick and Tim Murray. I'll put my guys up against those guys any day. We lost the motion to suspend the rules to even have the debate, so we couldn't even have the debate. But what was interesting, so there's no paper trail, so to speak, so that when people go to vote for their state representative, they won't know that their state representatives were just part of the majority that essentially said, you know, towns, tough luck.
Right, theoretically.
Finished up the session honoring Representative Hank Naughton with a Combat Action Badge. And Joanne has now just printed out all of the bills that are scheduled for hearing. I got up at, what time did I get up this morning? I got up at 5:30 this morning. I got in at 11 o'clock last night. I got up at 5:30 this morning, got the kids breakfast, and had some calls to make. When I came in, I had an 8 o'clock meeting. Right now, it is it's almost 5 o'clock. I'm heading across the street to the Boston Bar Association, is having a reception for legislators. Because I'm on the Judiciary Committee, I'm going to go to that. I have about 4 or maybe 5 hours of work to do in my law office after that, so I'll get home sometime between 10:30 and 11 o'clock tonight. And then tomorrow I'm going to get up and I'm going to do it all over again.